resumed.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Novawar.
And MaximusBlack.
And we're bringing you another shit-tastic Starcraft 2 normal game sent in by the fans to www.lag.tv. LAGTV is the place to be. Go join Lag Nation. Send us your replays and join the ever-growing community. Mr. MaximusBlack.
Yep.
Hit me up with the sound of absolutely decimating your middle floor washroom to the point where the water overflows, leaks into the next floor, destroys part of your drywall, and causes a chain reaction of shit so epic that you have to go and try and find one of two churches to have a religious experience, only to come home and sleep through your dog's obedience lesson. Sounds legit.
Yeah.
Sounds legit. Sounds like it might have actually happened.
Oh, it did. True stories.
True stories. True stories. All right, down here at the bottom right-hand side of what I'm still believing to be Belshire Vestige. This is BornToBNoob, the Red Terran. Already a great start. Excellent name. Up here in the top left-hand side, we're looking at the Blue Terran. KONOYARO. I'm gonna call him Coney.
Coney?
Because you know. Hashtag
Isn't
Coney
that
2012.
Yeah. Remember that shit? Remember that was like the fucking the YouTube like phenomenon for like
blew up like a
and then there was like 2 or 3 people that made like millions of dollars and like ran away to the bank with it. It was like this big fucking.
Oh, there was a big friggin' bunch of shenanigans that came out of that.
Yeah.
That was crazy. It all devolved into the one guy getting so much negative publicity that he ended up doing some sort of epic amount of drugs and then like did weird things naked in the middle of downtown like Los Angeles or something.
Dude, that was just crazy because I remember watching the video for the first time and like after I was done watching the video I was like sold on this guy. I was like, that's it. I'm buying one of those $30 fucking packages. I want my sticker and wristband and all that shit and I want to save children's lives. And then I was like, you know what? I better wait and find out to see if this shit's legit. And lo and behold, about 3 days later, the guy's on TMZ, ass naked on drugs, fucking screaming shit and smacking the ground and his balls hanging out and fucking he wasn't saving any kids there. He was like fucking terrorizing neighborhoods in like Beverly Hills or some shit.
He wasn't saving kids. He was spilling his on the concrete is what he was doing.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, that was like so 2011 or 12.
That was so 2012.
So.
Jeez.
Jesus. Looks like Coney is going to be opening up with a quick Reaper. And I don't know if he's going to get a couple more Reapers. I've noticed a lot of Terrans in TVT. I've actually been watching some TVT streams. Or I shouldn't say TVT streams, but I was going to say
that seems to be a very difficult thing to manage.
Yes, but when they ladder in TVT, I've noticed that a lot of Terrans are like grabbing 3 or 4 Reapers and then going into the bases of the other Terran and just picking off units and shit. It can work if you have good micro.
Yeah, it works if you have good micro, and of course it has to go unscouted for the first bit just to make, you know, absolute sure that you're going to do some sort of damage right at the gate. He does have 2. One is now making its way back up the map. He's got a second there. I'm not sure where their ultimate plans are. Just going to control the towers by the looks of it. And we also have a starport.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Just about to be completed up here in the top right from BornToBNoob. No, I don't. Okay, that's a fusion core.
Wow, looks like we're going to see a battlecruiser.
Why not?
I mean, the tech lab and the fusion core going down simultaneously.
Why not?
And BornToBNoob is going all the way, doing like that Total Biscuit thing where
yes,
the first time I've ever watched this really happen, I watched it on Total Biscuit stream. Like this was like well over a year ago, and he just rushed the BC,
and it worked.
And it worked, yeah.
Yeah, and then the whole world tried it.
Yeah, I think this guy is BornToBNoob.
Yeah.
So he's going for it. You know what?
Hey, look at this. Work. You know why? Because friggin' Coney is getting greedy as shit. He's actually already built his 3rd command center.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, you're looking at a Terran that's going 3 base to a Terran that's 1 basing.
Yeah.
And Coney just no scouting at all. So he just doesn't know what's going down. Like, he's got one SCV down at the natural, so he's got to assume that, you know, BornToBNoob is doing something fishy. Maybe he could have a command center in his base, but no. I mean, he's definitely not getting 3 bases. So Kony is definitely taking some risks. Really close there with that SCV building that supply depot.
Close.
Extremely close. In fact,
yeah.
he might even see it. When he moves this SCV, depending on where the SCV stops. Where is he going to move this SCV at?
If he moves it at all, I don't know. He's just sitting there for now. I think this is where he is going to be setting up for his third. He hasn't lifted it off yet, but I think that's the ultimate destination. And at the same time, I don't think he's moving that SCV right away, because we do see now that BornToBNoob, not only just with the battle cruisers, but he's got a little band of about 7 Marines here that are going to be kind of teasing the front, and there's the first BC out on the field now. If he was smart, he would have brought some SCVs with him, because when you're only going to rock a couple of BCs, you know, they are powerful, but they're not going to win you a game outright. But if you have some repair, dear Jesus.
He should be good now. I mean, he's going to get rid of this. There's no repair there on the bunker. And there's the mule coming down to repair. Very, very nicely done. There's a siege tank out, but obviously that's not going to do anything against this battle cruiser.
They don't shoot up.
It is going to hurt the ground units quite a bit, but the BC's still there. This could be GG right away.
This is the return of the LeVar Burton cruiser. Now up to 10 kills. How many did LeVar Burton cruiser have? He had like...
There's a lot.
He had a lot of kills. He was like 50-something kills, like 58 kills or something stupid like that.
It was insanity.
We are going to see a bit of a massacre here. I'm not going to lie. He's already up to 10, and he's going to work his way in right now. Is Mr. Burton cruiser? He's got a couple more Marines still picking away at this orbital command, which he's foolishly bringing back towards the battle cruiser. There's a second battle cruiser about to pop out here. There it is. While LeVar goes to work with 17 kills. He goes, that's pretty awesome. He can't even hate.
No,
Cody can't even hate. You just got to appreciate. You just, you know, you just gotta appreciate what happened here, and it really only worked because Kony went super greedy three command center. You know, if he'd only gone for like the 2, he would have had a much larger army, probably a greater number of Marines, and he probably could have held that.
Yeah, Kony went like 2012 Kony greedy.
All the way. Well, not Kony, because yeah, I think yeah.
It was called Kony 2012, right?
Yes, but that's not the company. I can't remember the name of the company, but
oh, okay. Well, I thought that was the name of like the organization.
That was the hashtag.
Ah, okay.
That was like the birth of actually that hashtag thing was like the birth of the overuse of the hashtag, where everything became hashtag. Literally,
right.
It just became its own thing. Whereas this hashtag, for instance, you could be like for your that last cast, you could have been like hashtag shit problems 2013.
Awesome. So, click that like button, and well, that was a quick game.
Hashtag hit that like button. Hashtag hit that favorite button. Hashtag LAGTV 2013. Hit those up. Join us on LAGTV 2 and enjoy yourselves over there as well. You're gonna get your Starcraft content here. But you know, if you like our random banter and whatnot, then LAGTV 2 is definitely a good place to check out, as lots of that stuff happens. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, this has been hashtag Nova something.
And hashtag Black.
That's racist. We'll see you next time.